State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. First quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Lawrence will throw. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. From the gun, it's Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Jones fakes the give to Barkley, rolling to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now Saquon Barkley. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 4. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. 2nd and 5 now. Jones, they'll roll him out right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Giants are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A handoff for Etienne. And running with power here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Flushed out right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Throwing, Jones. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Now Jones. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside. And he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. He can't get him down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Looking to throw. Jones. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Daniel Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying All is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
On the return, it's Tony. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 39, Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Jones and Shepard with a connection there for Giants first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Jones now throwing on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
Throwing on first down, Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it can be tipped up and picked off.
That's caught by Galladay. Touchdown, Giants. Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 31, Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. It And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On third down, Lawrence. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Here comes Tony on the return. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their first half lead. Gano the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Lawrence. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The Jaguars on third down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Off the play fake. Jones. He'll buy some time right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
128 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. This is caught. Touchdown. Darius Slayton as the first half is winding down. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will extend this big lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. He'll find ETN out of the backfield.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
First down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. On 2nd and 9, Jones rolling to his right, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll roll him out right. High throw, but the catch is made. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Open space inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year.
And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
It's so tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't this defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. The first throw for the backup Haskins. Going up top.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
This is taken at the 23.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Off play action. Jones sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And the Giants send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Come on, D!
From the 35 on second down, Haskins. He's going to look deep down the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Things just kind of continuing to unravel for him here in the second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Jones.
That's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that will extend this big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake.
Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes.
Jason Verrett, he'll get the sack as he provides the heat off the corner.
Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. It isn't normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that. Usually you're defending the pass.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
44 is the mic.
Throwing again. Jones. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On first down, Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Right there, 54. Right.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Giants add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 73 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Now Etienne. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. All day.
Here's Haskins to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Olivier Vernon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. Third time. Picked off at the 22. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones dancing to his left. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
No, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
31's the right. So we got man.
Another tote for ETN.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Haskins will throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Haskins. And he fires one incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Haskins to throw it. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that will extend this big lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there.